Hello, everyone. My name is Chris, the real deal. Some of you knew me as Chris the Puppet Master. And I like to share my Christmas blessing and my New Year gift with you all. A lot of you know my story. I spent 44 years behind walls of broken dreams, 44 years in the devil's playground, 44 years in the belly of the beast. I was convicted, sentenced, and I served my time in prison. 2.5 years ago, I was released. I went in at 20. I came out at 64. I'm turning 67 pretty soon. Now, what does this have to do with Christmas? What does this have to do with New Year's? Really nothing. But it has everything to do with family. For the first time in my life, I was able to travel to my home in Kentucky and spend time with my family. For the first time, my brothers, my sister, my mom, and different other people, my wife, my brother's wives, we all interacted as a family. So some of you say, well, how is this the first time? Didn't you do it as children? Yes and no. At 5 years old, after I saw the death of my father, when he was shot between the eyes right beside me, I was taken from my mother, and my grandparents raised me. And a year later, they took my other siblings, and they raised us. So our mother was not allowed to see us. So no, from the age of 5, Christmas time was never shared with the whole family. I knew my brothers. I lived with them and grew up with them. My sister, I only have one sister. And as young men, boys, children, I knew them. But I never knew them as grown men. I never knew them as fathers, as husbands. I never knew them as that part of their lives. So I wanted, and I dreamt so many times when I laid in them cells, no bigger than your bathroom. I laid on my bunk and just visualized what life would be, living that type of life as a married man. Yes, I am married to a beautiful, loving wife of 40 years, Pearl Duchess. And she and I made that dangerous trip together. Now, a lot of you seen the videos, and I'm constantly sharing them because they're precious jewels to me. And not only did I share my video, but I enjoy watching other people share their videos. Families coming home from the army, families coming home from other states, surprising their loved ones, sharing love and Christmas with their loved ones. And when I see their joy, it just reestablished my own joy that I was feeling in my heart when I surprised my mom. At first, she was upset because I had made such a dangerous trip, a long trip, in weather that was deplorable, snow, storms, ice, wind, but I was determined to make it there. I was determined to see my family, and I did just that. You see that in different videos. I was able to spend a night with each of my brothers. They live in different parts of Kentucky. 3 hours this way, I drive 3 hours back. Another 5 hours another way. I spent a night with them, and we laughed and we talked. And my brother Robert had his dogs, and I did a video where I did a prank on the dog. Now, how do you do a prank on the dog? Well, I acted a fool, and them dogs almost tore my butt up. But I spent a night with him, and we talked like men, not children. We even went to a live band club, and I don't drink or anything, but we enjoyed ourselves. And then the next day I went and visited certain people, family. Then I drove hours back home just to sleep overnight, just to go to my other brother's house. And we interacted with the same thing. We ate breakfast at a restaurant. And I got to say this. Racism down in the South in Kentucky was not racism that I remember. I never seen so many black people interacting with white people, and white people smiling, real smiles, and saying, hello there, young man, and how are you, and this and that. It was great. The whole state. Yes, there's still racism, but there's racism here in New York, in California, in Florida. Racism's all over, but now it was beautiful. Interacting with family members and homeboys or people from my home state. It was great. And then we had Christmas with my mom. And she cooked a beautiful, wonderful dinner. It was great. We laughed. We shared stories that I never even heard. Then my sister, she did the same thing that I did to my mom. She surprised me. She called me and said, I'm sorry I couldn't be there. And then I got to go. I'll be right back. The doorbell rang. I didn't even recognize her. I didn't know who she was. It had been that long since I seen my sister and held her in my arms. Family. The joy of family. And when a man is locked away, as I was locked away in prison for all those years, I had forgotten what family loved and what family was all about. I had forgotten how to love to a degree. I was so determined to get out and find myself where all I had to do is just open my heart and let the love that was already in it come out. And that's what I did. God allowed me to love again. God allowed me to see my mom, my family, my brothers and sisters. It's never easy admitting when you was wrong. And I'm always sharing stories saying how wrong I was to cause the death of someone. And I can never forgive myself for that. But nevertheless, her family, well, those that are still alive have forgiven me. But I haven't forgiven myself. But nevertheless, I still enjoy being with my family, my loved ones. So I'm just saying to you all, cherish the time you have with your loved ones. I've lost two brothers. Two of my brothers, so they wasn't there, but they was there in spirit. So love your family. Appreciate them. Contact them. Reach out to them. Spend time with them. Your family and your children. Because it's making memories. Right now, everybody have a blank tape. But until we put something on that tape, it will remain blank. Don't let your tape and your life be a blank tape. Let memories be memories that will be talked about and shared with other family members for the rest of their lives, well after you're gone. That's what you should do. I love you. Thank you for listening to me. And I will get back in motion and start doing other videos. But right now, I just wanted to say thank you for watching my videos. And I love you all. God bless you.